Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is Reality with B00TY. How you doing? We're gonna talk about Mr. President first. Mr. President is learning to drive. Oh, did I welcome y'all to my channel? Welcome to my channel. Come on in, like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and let's get on back to Mr. President. He's driving Phaedra. Phaedra's panicking, and she just remembers that one time that she didn't even know that she was pregnant with him and what her due date was gonna be, and as uh the famous Nene would say, "That's so stupid." People who don't know who they baby by know when they do they eat. And that's exactly correct. So she was like, well, Mr. President, he been driving a long time because y'all know that he is my ex-husband designated driver. Is he gonna be your designated driver? No, I'm not no drunk, honey. I'm a good Christian woman. Next. I only wanted to talk about that to remind y'all that she claimed that she didn't know when her due date was. And by the way, she repeated it. So that goes to show you how Phaedra lies. And I just wanted to show you her history of lying. So then we get down to the tea and crumpets and K. Michelle and Kelli and Portia meet. And K. Michelle feels like she's in the middle of Kelli and Portia. And they talking about sleeping with married men because Portia is upset with Kelli because she lies on her and says that she sleeps with married men. Well, we know what you did, girl. You went around there and took that lady husband. So we all know what you did. We saw you on camera. We didn't see Kelli on camera. And Kelli's like, denied it. I don't sleep with married men. Well, we don't know that for sure, Kelli, because we don't have any proof, but we know that we saw Portia go around there and bump fists with Simon and leave with that lady husband. And it's also suspected that they were already sleeping together when she bumped fists with him. So you can't be accusing anyone of sleeping with married men. And then you have the history of lying on people. Portia, you hadn't learned anything from that. Portia and her naivete is not cute. Why do y'all think that Portia gets away with this foolishness? Okay, so next. So Kelli is working on her opening up her brick and mortar store down in Sandy Springs that we now know is closed. Drew has a movie, and so we're gonna go down over there to the Drew movie. Claudia's there. Hey, Claudia. Girl, they should have brought you back a long time ago, but that's neither here nor there. I don't know what it was about you and them that didn't work. But to me, if you could shade Nene ramen noodle head, girl, you could come back and be more than a one season wonder, in my opinion. So we get down to Drew's movie, and Drew has on the ugliest dress I've ever seen. It looked like curtains, but not just curtains. It looked like something that she was melted into. It was quite weird. It's like, you know how like if you put heat on plastic and then it started melting and drooping. I'm melting. That's what it looked like. Quite ugly. Then we met Gay Sway. Okay. So we found out that Portia really did probably want to lick Candace's box. So nobody was lying on Portia. But what I do know is that Portia was against the gays at one time. She preached the whole sermon about it. She said they were an abomination. They were going to hell. And now she licking on folks' twats. See how things turn out. All the more reason why Kelli can call her Portia. And deep down inside, we find out that Drew is saying to Portia, now you have my life. Because we do remember that it was alleged that Drew was licking on Sway's box. Well, Angela just can't keep things to herself anymore, so she decides to carry a bone. And she lets Portia know that Kelli's around there calling her Horsha, 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 Horsha. So, are we going to the opening of the Nana Chicken and Waffles? Portia says no, because she's above it all. But I've sent broken flowers from a broken person, or according to Kelli. But the event goes off without a hitch. I'm quite impressed. Grandma Nana is there, and Shamia pulls a Letitia Scott. Yeah, that's what she did. She pulled a Letitia Scott and sticked her mama on folks. And Drew said she from the south side of Chicago, so her mama come with the holy oil and some of that south side of Chicago, which nobody cares because we all know that Drew, according to Drew, has been in Hollywood most of her life. So how much of south side of Chicago do we really think is in her? Since we saw her down to the Disney Channel at 12 years old, it's not that much in her. But she claims south side of Chicago just like Brandon claims Macomb, Mississippi. And I think Brandon left Macomb when she was 9. So, same thing, I guess. But anyway, well, back to that dress. Did y'all see that dress Drew had on? Here we go again. In an ugly dress. It had little feathers on it. It looked like the back of a curtain. And when I say the back of a curtain, I mean that curtain lining with little feathers. I mean, Drew can't dress. Wait a minute. Wasn't she getting better though? Or was that the wigs that were improving? I think it's the wigs improving because she's back with go naked hair. I don't think the dresses are improving. Okay, so by my memory, no. Kelli says she's been through a lot of ups and downs since the Mucinex monster has been mistreating her so terribly. And now she is successful. And Shamia is very proud of her because she has not one but 2 locations. But let's be reminded one more time, the Sandy Spring location is now closed. But just like with what her name is? Not Kelli, but Kenya. We're not celebrating anybody's downfall, and the same thing applies to Pinky. Pinky doesn't have anything to eat. So we're about to find out how Beefgate gets started, or what we suspect is how Beefgate dry tennis ball headgate gets started. But we get started with Bootygate because K. Michelle didn't go to the opening because she ran there performing for the Caucasian. I meant the the association, the country music. In honor of the black girl, I can't think of her name. I was about to say McCready, but I think she passed away. Her name escapes me, but she could sing quite well. That's in here. I pick at y'all. I kid. I do know the history of country music. I know the history of music. The history of music in America began in the Delta of Mississippi. So we're not going to even go there because we already know the birthplace of music in America is in the South. Okay. My home state. Okay. So then we get down to the Portia and Bootygate. So because K. Michelle in the previous episode was up to the country music place and her booty splits open and things began to leak out of it, she tells the ladies what happened. And here's where Bootygate begins. So my butt is leaking and I get up and I'm soaking wet. Now, let me do something that I don't ever want to do again in my life. And that's take up for Portia. K. Michelle, you have made me take up for Portia. Now, with all that silicone in your ass and in your chest, what makes you keep getting things done to your face and titties? All that pause that's running up and through your body, and you still getting shit done. I mean, it ain't like we can't look at you and tell you. And like I said, please don't make me have to take up for Picture Juice Williams no more. But I must say, I think that she might have. Because you said, is she just dumb? Yes. Why would you ask a question like that? You said y'all talked before. You can't tell by the way she talked. And like I said, here's my analysis. She, by your description, the way you described, I watched it twice. Kimberly Michelle. And by your description of the incident at hand, I can see why Portia could have thought that. Number one, she thought that you were wet behind, and she said, oh, a miscarriage. The reason why I thought that that could have happened is because, for the simple fact that you said that you got up, you wet, they had to dry you off. That is, in a way, a description of a miscarriage. Maybe she shouldn't have blurted it out. That's the only thing I can see. Why would you be so upset about it? But then coupled with the fact that you had said to her, because you said that y'all talked. So I don't see how y'all could have spoken without you mentioning to her that you wanted another child. A girl child at that. So it looked, and again, I don't ever want to take a for portion no more. Why you make me take a for portion? See, Kimberly Michelle. See, you fucking up. You is fucking up. I looked in Portia's dumb eyes, and I could see nothing but concern on her face. And then your ass sitting up on your newly formed ass, newly surgery ass, after the incident at the country music spot, and letting her say that in the moment, and then you get bothered. Now, I'm far from being the one to tell you not to get bothered after the fact, because it's been many times that I got bothered after the fact, because that's human nature. But at the same time, I really truly believe she was innocent. And there's my analysis on booty cake. Because Portia got the fake hard titties. And so if she thought you were talking about plastic surgery, surely she would have commiserated with you about how her fake hard titties look fake and hard, just like yours. Okay, Michelle, you keep doing things to your body. The way your titties look, sitting up on your chest in them confessionals. A mess. A mess. That damn, shout out to Alex. He said you look like you're wearing a natural breastplate, child. A built-in breastplate. Only Alex could come up with some shit like that. Moving right along. There's no mention of Kelli in the entire episode. Not even by her new bestie, Shamil. Shamil go around there and everything is great in the Mwanga. Oh yeah, family. And Gerald don't have a clue what she talking about that damn wrong. All he know is he don't want to be on this show. Shamil, everything is coming to fruition that everybody has been talking about over the years about how that man don't want to participate now. So we go around there to Angela's spot and we find out that child. Oh, let me back up. Do y'all know that Cynthia was down there around there up to the place? And they were talking about hot pockets and Cynthia at her big grown ass age said she didn't know what a hot pocket was. Cause Cameron she'll say she ain't minding that lady's hot pocket. She don't know what's going on around there at Kelly's pocket. Hot pocket? What's a hot pocket? That bitch was serious. Now, Cynthia had the audacity to say that Portia presents as a dummy. Sometimes you present with the air of the headiness too, my dear. And with the context that she said it in, you should have known what she was talking about. I don't mind that lady's hot pocket. They didn't teach y'all context clues in school. Because I see that a lot in dumb broads. Boy, bimbo gay get started too, and they around there. Because K. Michelle can't hold her peace and tell people how she feels in public. So she got to go around there and call folks bimbos on the internet. So everybody trying to figure out who she talking about. Well, you know she's talking about Portia. So we find out that they don't grow peaches in Grenada. So, and then we meet a leprechaun type African American man. And she wants a peach flavored rum in Grenada where they don't grow peaches. Shamia, I'm beginning to see why you and Portia were friends there. Back to Angela. So we go down to the place where Angela done bought homes and whatnot. I see more spiders than I ever could deal with. But the home, I think maybe she should have sprayed the home before she took that snoot ass daughter off there. And that's that on Angela. We're going to move right along. We're going to get down to the meeting with Cynthia, the dry tennis ball head, and K. Michelle. So this is how the dry tennis ball head starts. Y'all, this woman was told that Phaedra has been saying she eats meat. I could see why she shaded her damn wig. But Mr. Wig Fixer Man, he had to come into the comments and forget all about what Phaedra had said. See, that's why I don't like folks when they start in the middle. They keep it in the middle. No. Start from the beginning. It is alleged that this woman says she eats beef. This woman is a vegan brand. Speaking of being a vegan brand, I got questions. Does that husband sell vegan meat down to his steak shop? The husband who said he humbled her? The one that she has no prenuptial agreement with? I got questions. But anyway, so she shades Phaedra back and says, well, you know, let's pray for her wig and for her meeting, and for K. Michelle's meeting with Portia. So that caused all of that, huh? Phaedra was so offended by that because K. Michelle said that all you do is sit around and make faces and laugh, but you didn't have a problem with that. See, Phaedra is one of those bullies who knows who to pick with. Yeah, she don't want it with K yet. So they go around now and finally, what her name is, Portia, and now mind you, Pinky is in bankruptcy again, but that's neither here nor there. I'm minding the lady's business. I'm not celebrating her downfall. I said what I said. So Portia and Kay meet. So we find out Kay was honest with her. You know, I'm talking about you, bitch. I'm calling you the dingbat bimbo. About, you know, talking about I had a miscarriage. You know damn well I didn't have a miscarriage because me and you done talked about your botched ass tit. Again, how was she to know? Your description clearly said that you were wet. It didn't look like blood, but it was clear. Okay, not all women believe when they have miscarriages. Some women just do the clear liquid because it's like even Cynthia said, like your water breaking. And Portia feigns innocence. And like I said, within this moment, I do believe Portia was clueless. I wouldn't have naturally assumed that you were talking about your botched ass job either. So Portia and Kay hug it out just like Portia hugged it out with Kelli. But you know there's more drama to come because that's one damn thing horse-face ass K. Michelle ain't gonna do. And that's let something go. So we're gonna hear about it again. Well, wait a minute. Well, Portia kind of got a horse face too, but I call Portia gave him out, so she owns that one. So come on in. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell button. You will be notified when I upload a video. Share the video because sharing is indeed caring. And as I do when I close, I'm going to chunk them up. Deuces. Oh, and by the way, before I go, let me just mention Drew and Blake. Girl, send that Negro and his open chest and his medallion on his way. He's a fun time boy. If you want to just twirl around, and I mean twirl around with somebody around town, do that. Because this Negro ain't about shit. Ain't it no shit. I don't care if he do got a black smoke shop. If you see a man with them white ass teeth and that chain sticking around his neck, he look like Mendel. And then he'll put the hound too. What I said. He's a hussy hound. You don't need that in your life. You don't need it in your life. You don't want it, especially with you going through that divorce with Peanut Head. And that's where I'm gonna close.